Well, it's my first session after my holiday, and I decided just to have an easy one. And I enjoy fishing in the countryside, as you can see, because it's all about me. And I've just decided to come here and fish the River Humber. And that's it. It's just a leisure's day fishing. And I might come here in the first of each month until it hots up. But you can't knock me for just wanting to come out to have a fishing. My hip is really painful, so this is good for me, and that's all that matters really. Getting out and doing what you can do, because soon it'll dry up. So with no further ado, let's cut for them credits. Keep Tom happy. So, yeah, we're here at the River Humber. I've got two 12-foot rods, because last time I was here I had 13'6" rods, or whatever they were. And it was hard work casting. Now I'm fishing at a place which has got like a bay, like at Immingham. So I could have casted big rods up there, so it's not a problem. But I didn't think I'd be fishing there. But fishing here on this stony bank that you can see that I'm on just means that with the tide being 7.5 metre, which is a big tide, too big really, it just means I'm not going to have to move up top, so I'm set up here and I'll be good. It will not wash me off, fingers crossed. But yeah, now this is a winter mark. And it's not winter, we're still in summer. It is the 2nd of September. It is Saturday the 2nd of September, and the time is about 6 o'clock now. High tide tonight's at 9. You will see me fishing in the dark. I've got Keith and Alfie just round that corner. They'll probably end up fishing up the top. But that's the way it is. I'm air fishing. They can fish there. They'll block me in now. I'm in the dead man zone now. But there you go. I am fishing with the yellow perils, the Daiwa sandstorms. Like I say, they're 12 foot. I just figured it'd be easier to cast. I got my pen fathoms. Didn't really want to bring them in the end, because these rocks and the mud just ruins your line. And those reels, they're set up really for the beach. But I'm fishing here today. Keith and Alfie, after they've fished here, Alfie's already fished the yellow cross on the previous tide. He's now fishing this one with Keith, and they're sleeping in the car tonight, and they're going to fish on the Lincolnshire coast. But I ain't doing that. I will be buggered by then, and tomorrow morning it'll just be nice to get on the sofa, yeah, with a Perco coffee, with me Perco coffee mug thing that blows it up, watching a Will A film, and that'll just wake me up. It might be Old Bones of the River tomorrow, or I might watch Where's That Fire Again. But you can't beat a bit of Will Hay on a Sunday morning, because I don't think Lovejoy will be on. So that's tomorrow planned, and then sort my fishing gear out and hopefully take the wife out for a drive and get ice cream or something, or some chips. Be nice, wouldn't it? Because Monday is back to work day. That's the 6-week holiday gone. Where'd that go so quick? Mind you, 3 weeks of it was underneath my van fixing it for the MOT, which ran out and I didn't know, and sorting out the breakdown. But there you go, that's all done. Van's working a treat now, so next time you see me I'll be casting out, unless I come back and talk to you again just to do some more yapping before fishing. But you know what I'm like. So I'll see you in a bit, and I'm going to watch this water come in. Very therapeutic, and it's going to be a lovely session, just relaxing. But I might have to go back for my coat. Well, you're not going to cast out yet, are you? Right, this is Alfie. This is Alfie. Ooh,
oh, steady, steady.
Nearly went. So this is Alfie. He's friends with Keith.
Hello.
Well, loosely friends with Keith, ain't you, Alfie? Loosely.
Very loosely.
Yeah, like loosely on a Saturday morning after a Friday night curry.
Yeah, very loosely.
All right over there, Keith.
I'm okay, thank you.
Are you feeling loved?
Oh, he's always loved, aren't you,
I've
love?
always loved that, that's what's after me.
Yeah.
You still got that Nova bucket. The pair of you have got one.
Yeah, but so we know who's is who's.
Yeah. Oh, it's got Alfie's written on it. Are you looking forward to your fishing?
Am I?
Yeah. Well, I understand Keith might slip off in a minute.
You might slip
He's
off.
getting bored.
Already.
So, what you got to eat then, Keith?
I've got some soup in a flask.
Are you?
Oh, hey, some
crisps.
Are you?
Ooh.
Some pasties.
Are you?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I'll have
So,
to really pack it before I left.
What about the sausages in the oven that you said you was going to bring and cook sausages? Because I cooked you lovely burgers.
I never got around to bringing them.
Oh, didn't you?
Did you bring 3
Did you
spoons?
hear that, everyone? He didn't bring the bloody sausages.
Oh, did you bring 3 spoons?
No.
Oh,
So you can't even have any soup.
what's it
Fingers.
like,
Oh, drink out of your cup.
Yeah, but where's our cups?
Yeah.
It's only a little flask, Alfie. It's not worth having. You might as well let him have it. He's a big lad.
Yeah. Got to keep his strength up.
Need to keep it up somewhere.
Well, we're not planning on catching much, are we?
Nah, I'm going to put a flapper out. Probably a dongle rig out. And that's be about it for me.
I've got to make sure I can cast out.
You can cast out. I'm sure we'll catch something. Bound to be a flatfish, but it'd be nice to be a sole.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice.
And there could be a rogue bass about because you've had one here, haven't you?
Well, last time I was with you, I had one here.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Got to brag, hasn't he? Got to brag.
But yeah, so anyhow, this is probably the last time you see Keith and Alfie because I ain't going to keep walking about because my hip hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it's just the way it is at the minute.
You'll have to wait while winter,
Yeah.
and I'll do the cod dance for you.
Cod dance.
Yeah.
Right.
The bare ass cod dance.
All right. Well, that can't go on film, can it? That can't go on film, mate. There'll be stuff dangling about.
You had to put a cross across the cross.
Yeah.
A warning sign.
Put a oops.
So, do you think you'll be all right, eh? I reckon you might be, mightn't you?
Yeah. Should be.
If I'd have known that. Well, it'll be good to see. I'll be looking forward to seeing this because if
Yeah.
I know this is all right here for 7.5 metre, it's easy to walk on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like walking on instead of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get down as well. You got like a
You have, yeah.
cliff coming down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have. Because I've fished there every time since you stopped fishing here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's easy for me to walk on.
Oh, we're going to walk
You
round
could
to that.
have come here if you wanted. weren't
Nah.
We're going to go round to that bit of rough ground over
you?
there.
They're in the water over there already,
Yeah.
right in the corner.
There's a little some sort of beach as well, but it's a bit
Yeah.
rough as well. But
Yeah, it's all rocky. You're liable to get snagged on that. It's in front of us, it's not bad.
I've never got snagged on
Well,
that.
you can see where rocks start and finish anyway. You've got that where water's just coming over them.
Yeah, when you get near that, you just have to give it a flick,
Yeah.
and it shoots out. You wind in like crazy, and just
That's
hope
it.
that it don't hit
Yeah.
you in the head.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, which with my luck, you know. Hopefully we'll find a couple of blackheads and
Lovely. So here we have it. I'm fishing with these two, but I'm right over there, so it's like I'm in another country, really, lads, isn't it?
yeah.
And Keith's miles over there.
Billy no mate.
And what rods you got, Keith? You got your
They fish the Hellraisers.
you got the Hellraisers, and you got your Daiwa, haven't you?
I've got my day with Sea Hunter Z. I might go and get my Kenzaki in a minute.
Was it in the car?
Yeah.
There you have it. I'll see you in a bit. Just a short chuck out, that's all it is. Didn't mean to go that short though. Oh, reel seemed to slow down. Be the magnets, wouldn't it? Let's get the cups. Chuck the cups in there in my bag. No, I left you facing that way. We've got a big tide tonight, and this water is going to rip through, so I just thought I'd try one out short, and the next one I'll probably cast off the top there and cast that out. So I'm gonna get that baited up next. It's got a flapper rig on it, ain't gonna go very far at all. I've got a wind blowing this way as well, this way actually, so it's over my shoulder. It's coming over here. I'm down there. If I had my shelter I'd be very sheltered, but I might have to go back to my van and get my coat and a hat, because once the sun goes down it's might get chilly. Might not, but then I'm just sat in my box, aren't I? So first rod is out. I'm here, got fresh rag. The whole reason why I come here is because I just got some fresh bait, literally from Scott. So I'm here because of getting the fresh bait. I didn't want to come here and then drive all the way from here to, well, basically Humber Bridge is over there, all the way down to Lincolnshire coast is a trek and a half. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm down there, I'm fishing, I'm quite happy. And what's that one? Yeah, it's all right. And that's what fishing's all about, isn't it? Yeah. Now I could possibly blank here. In matter of fact, I would say there's a 90% chance that I'm going to blank here. But I'm going to blank here enjoying myself, aren't I? I've got some polus, some olops. I've got tuna sandwich, which I've just had half off. The wife made me, thank you very much. And a salmon sandwich. It's only tinned salmon. And she's done some bacon. I don't know what made her do some bacon, but she's made some absolutely gorgeous flapjacks. Only small, but then you only get a tray, don't you? And it's probably best to cut them up into small little bits, but it's just nice to have a piece of flapjack after your sandwich. So I don't know why she's done some bacon, because she don't bake hardly at all. I can't even remember last time I had a Yorkshire or a dumpling. So there's something going on, isn't there? There's something going on why the wife is baking. So put it in the comments. Put in the comments and help me out. I've got one thought on what's wrong with her. But put it in the comments and we'll find out. We'll find out in a few days, won't we? But I think she might be in season. That's what I think. And it's made her do some bacon. So yeah, is that a thing? Is there anyone out there can let me know that whether women start baking because they go into season? I don't know. So that's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of any other reason, unless we've got plenty of oats. I don't know, but I don't think we have. We've got porridge oats. Oh, they're oats, aren't they? So it could be that, couldn't it? I might be barking up the wrong tree. But hey, fingers crossed. It's a long drive home, and yeah, put it in the comments. Anyhow, I'm gonna get this rod baited up. We're gonna chuck it out after all this bullshit. In bloody season. Mind you, she's been neutered. Oh, a bloody groin. I'm gonna have to put some more cream on, I think. I don't know what's the matter with me, but yeah, look, I'm fishing for you, and I'm gonna keep fishing for as long as I can. But sometimes this week has been really bad for me this week, and I think it's because we did shitloads on the holiday. And we come home and then you sort of like hit a wall, don't you? And every day was an achy day. And yesterday was a good day, and today's been good, but I've been making rigs, stood up in the garage, which don't do me any favours. But I'm here now. I'm going to sit down a lot, put my cream on, and hopefully things will ease up and get better. But I can't walk on them Lincolnshire beaches with that soft sand. So as soon as that soft sand has been compacted a bit and watered down and whatever, I'll fish it like. But problem is the hounds are in. The hounds are in on the Lincolnshire coast now. But I ain't bothered. I've caught loads of hounds last year. I've caught 3 hounds this year. That'd do me. I've caught some fish. It ain't about how many fish you catch. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're on the beach and you're catching 10, 20 hounds, it's bloody brilliant, isn't it? But you know, sometimes it's just nice being at a mark like this and sun on your face, bit of wind, but it don't matter, and we're doing a spot of fishing, so that's sometimes what it's about. So we've got a big tide tonight, 7.5 meters, as I said, but it'll rush in and it'll rush out, so it's not like them small tides that hang about. Alfie and Keith are down there fishing. You've just seen them. They're great lads. And Keith has just found a syringe on the floor with a needle in it. So I don't know whether it's a fisherman that's used it for putting stuff in his bait, or whether it's got brown stuff. I didn't go look. But yeah, that ain't good, is it? That don't really do for you, does it, when you set up and you find that? So I've been scouting around on these rocks, because if there's anything here, it'll just go straight through my boot, and I don't want that. So anyhow, I'm going to get this baited up, get it casted out. See you in a bit. Right, this ain't going to go out far because I don't want it to go out far, but I'm doing it off the ground. I think I kept my thumb on that. Never mind. It went out further. But I don't know how many of them I'm going to do climbing up there all the time. This isn't a mark that you need to fish at distance. Do you know what I mean? Went slightly to the left, that's the only problem. So I mean, with the tide, when the tide picks up, it's just going to go off. But I'll pull it in and then we'll chuck it out short. Piece of worm come off. Both bits of worm were still on the hook when it entered the water, but I saw a bit come off, which I guess is the bit that was hanging below the hook. So it's a shame really, but sometimes when you're fishing delicate baits, you need a delicate cast, don't you? Because you just gotta look after your bait, ain't you? Anyhow, I meant to phone you today, Gordon, but it got, when I remembered, because I remembered to phone you, and then I think, right, I'm gonna phone you, and then 6 hours go past and I think, bloody hell. And I went bloody hell, and I was about an hour and a half away from going fishing, and I had to have a shower shave and everything else, and run out of time. So I'll give you a call tomorrow, which will be Sunday. So I hope you're all right, Gordon. Yeah, what else can I say? If you like this up to now, I don't know why, because I haven't caught a fish, but people don't watch my videos sometimes for catching fish. It's a bonus. So yeah, if you've got this far and you think, well, he ain't bad, you know, it's free. Click that old subscribe button, you know, make someone happy. You know, you never know. If you click the subscribe button, it might take another ULEZ camera out. So click the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up and drop me a comment. It is free. Yeah, I'm watching them rods as though something's gonna kick off in a minute, like boom, you know, and I pull out a 10-pound bass. Wouldn't that be nice? That's what I'm here for, really. I've heard that there's been a couple of bass come out. It might be that potluck fishing session that person had mine at, but unless you're here, you don't know, do you? You're not going to catch it on your sofa at home, are you? And all you tinkers out there, you know who you are, the 75% that are watching my channel and ain't subscribed. Little buggers, aren't you? Well, thanks for watching the channel. You help my algorithms fantastically. But if you watch it and you think, do you know what, I've finished mooning about him, I thought he was a twat, but you know what, he's not so bad now. Yeah, click that subscribe button. You know who you are. It's all free. And that's as much as I'm going to say on that. That is my beg and done. If you do want to click it, thanks for the view. That's all I can say, isn't it? But I am looking forward to this. It is nice having the sun in my face and I can feel it. There's no clouds. So I've got that sun. But when that sun goes down, I am going to have to go and get a wool hat, I think, because I have had to wear a wool hat in the Lake District because it was so bloody cold. And yeah, I'm going to get my coat, because that coat just cuts out all the wind and you're warm in it. See you in a bit. Well, Samantha Duggan, thank you for letting me know about Dennis. It was a shock, and it's hard for me to talk now, really. This happened only month and a half, 2 months ago, with some other subscribers that lost a loved one. But that's in another video. It's all, see, I don't know what to say, really. I just want to say, really, that Samantha, it was very nice of you to let me know. I feel honoured that you let me know, and it was nice to hear that Dennis enjoyed the videos, watching the videos. And the last time I spoke to him in the comments, as I said to you in the comment that I replied to you, is that I didn't know why Dennis was in hospital. It's the way he was talking, it seems though he was in and he was going to be out, but he was saying that thank God that it's Wednesday and it's 7 o'clock or something like that, because I've got something to watch. So he must have watched my video on the phone. It's a shame he's not going to watch this one. It's absolutely beautiful here with the sun going down and the water, a little bit of a breeze. But I just wanted to say thank you, Samantha, that you let me know. It's an honour, and I hope everything goes well for you in time. It's always hard to know what to say. Like I said before, I understand what it's like as in losing a mother, which put me in a bout of depression, which wasn't good. But it is hard, and we'll just leave it there, because there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say. But I just wanted to say thank you for letting me know. And it was a pleasure having Dennis and yourself watching the videos, and hope you keep watching. Bit of cake and a cup of tea or something, and I'm pleased to hear that you enjoyed watching my videos, and nothing else to say. Is I'm ever so sorry. I hope everything goes well with you, and yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say. But yeah, anyhow, thanks for letting me know, and that's that. We have the rods out. At this moment in time, I haven't caught, Alfie hasn't caught, but Keith the codmaster, he's pulled out a flounder after saying my line's gone slack, and it was only tiny. But yeah, I don't know whether to go back and get my coat or not. I've got my hoodie on, I've got a t-shirt on now, my mustard top with sleeves, and I've got this on, and I feel alright. The wind's not getting through me. If the wind blows through this, I've got a neck collar to put on. Not a neck collar like her off Doc Martin, but I've got a snood to put on to keep the wind out. I should be alright then. I've got this hood, so I probably don't need a hat. So yeah, sun is there on the horizon. Look at that. Couldn't want for more. It's just fantastic being here. Absolutely fantastic. And I'll bring you back if I get a bite. And Samantha, we're thinking of you. See you in a bit. That line had gone slack, and I was getting excited because Keith had pulled one in after his line went slack, and it felt heavy, but nothing on it. I can never see to get it in with these baiting needles. Never can see to get it in the hole. Get some water in a minute. The battery's about to run out, I think, but we should get this chucked out. I'm over there, so we'll chuck out straight. We'll get this position there. What a lovely sunset that is. So let's get this truck down. Well, it goes a lot further off the ground, I'll tell you that. Drag set. That's done. That needs to go there. Well, look at that for a sunset. Rods are there. Sunset, the sun is behind some clouds. It's like it's silhouetted. I've got my rods out. Ragworm on flapper rigs. I've tied all new flapper rigs today and some new pulleys. Well, this will be it'll be nearly a sunset that I'll see all the way across the horizon. There's a load of trees across there and there's a bit of cloud cover, but what a sight, what an absolute beautiful sight. That sun is huge. Absolutely beautiful. So the rods, they aren't moving, are they? That was definitely a slack line, but it could have been the tide, couldn't it? I'm not chucking out far. I'm just going to cast out short. It is what it is. I've done one off the ground. I can off the ground now. I haven't got any blockage in my mind now about putting it down on the... I don't put it in the grass. I put it on the path. So I'm quite happy chucking off the ground. But I'm anticipating this tide to rip in. But it's not. It is calm as calm can be. And got a special rig. But I can't use the special rig unless the tide is ripping. So I've been told by my mate John. So we might not get to use the special rig tonight, but we will get to use it as winter comes. So yeah, sun's gone down behind the clouds. I'll probably bring you back as it just starts to go down above the horizon, because I think you'll see it just through the clouds. But yeah, what a beautiful sunset that is. Rods, well, they aren't so beautiful, are they? I mean, they're a nice rod. Don't get me wrong. They are a nice rod. They're not like my Kenzaki's, but they are very nice. I quite enjoy using different rods, you know. For me, it just keeps things fresh. A change is as good as a rest. I use these on holiday in the Lake District to no avail. There's no fish up there for me. Now, if I'd have fished in the Lake District, where I would like to, on the heads, or Salton Bay, places like that, I'd be catching some fish. I'd be catching dogfish. If I'd have fished a pair, I'd have probably caught a fish. But if I'd have fished round the heads, I would have caught. But that ain't gonna happen until I have my hit done. And then when I've had my hit done, I shall be down them heads. I shall climb down wherever, and I shall fish them. And I'll either fly in a huge rage like I did the last time, because I'm keep losing all my gear, or, and that ain't because I'm losing gear. No, that's because I ain't catching anything. I weren't even fishing in that video, was I? I was just casting out and then retying my line, casting out and retying the line. That's all it was. But yeah, if I'd have fished those sort of marks, I wouldn't have blanked. The beaches that I fish, I had the best chances that I could because of the tides, because they were all over 6 metres, 6.5 metre. So I was into deep water at Salecroft. Walney Island, fish is better in October, November, September, October, around that time, or even September to November. So, you know, wrong time of the year, but people were catching bass there. People had caught bass there, so you've got to fish it to have a chance, haven't you? So But it didn't work out. I blanked in all my videos again. That's 2 years on the trot now. And then last year I came back and fished the beach, didn't I? And I had some good sessions, even caught my first summer cod. But I've already caught a summer cod this year. If you go back to my videos where I fished at Tunstall and I caught a huge codlin, 4.5 pound that weighed, I think. It's in my freezer now, ready to be filleted. I haven't ate it yet. Yeah, I caught a cod, a bass, 2 rays and that 2 ounds that day. I was fishing with Keith. He didn't catch anything. So looks like he's getting his own back on me now, and he's caught a flounder and I haven't caught out. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? You can go to places. They're very flat beaches out there as well, and some plate marks you've got a long walk. And at this moment in time I'm scuppered, so I can only fish where I can fish. And some marks are better than others, and some marks are absolutely rubbish. A lot of them marks are probably good at low water, but some of the beaches, some of the water goes out that far. I would look at it in my car van and think, I can't walk that far. But we're here now, we're fishing. Sun's going down, which is a shame. Let me just give you a quick glimpse before it goes. There you have it. It is going down, isn't it? As a matter of fact, it's dropping like a stone. I might have to go get my coat. Better to be warm than not warm, isn't it? Swifts are still about. There's loads of flies on there, mate. Right, well, I'll bring you back in a bit. Be nice to catch a fish tonight. Like I said, I ain't fussed about blanking, but I am at the point now where it'd be good to catch a fish. Probably in about an hour I'll be at the point where I'm thinking I need a fish. But that goes with every session. You can catch a fish at the beginning of the session, not catch anything for the next 3 hours, and then you're harbouring after catching another fish, because that fish experience don't last that long before you want another one. See you in a bit. That's the sun gone down. It's behind the clouds now. What a beautiful thing to see that was. See you later. Well, my left hand rod has just gone. It's just tapped away. So I might reel it in and check it. Let's reel it in, because that went. There could be a fish on it. Don't want it sitting on it, do we? Don't feel like anything on it. No. But It's nice to get a bite. Bait's been attacked, worm has been certainly slaughtered, so definitely a bite. Good job I reeled it in because there's only a little slaver of worm on it now. So I'll get this baited up and send it back out. There you go, look. That's been mullered. So that's good. I'll tell you what, in the past, what, 5, 6, this is session 7 of the blanks. And it's nice to see a bite. Go that way round. Right, let's get this out. That reel made some noises then. Thought it was going to fluff up. Should just chuck it out short, really. I have got me reel from a sniper rod, and I've got my sniper rod back in the van, but I'm all set up now. Tide's coming in. I've got plenty of time to go get it and set it up. I might bring it back with me if I go back and get my coat, but sometimes it is hard work fishing 3 rods, and there's definitely fish here because Keith's caught. I don't think they've caught any more, but I've had 2 bites now, which is quite optimistic. It might make the session, actually, just having those bites. So I'll keep an eye on these rods. I may go back and get my coat in a minute. Wool hat, and could bring a sniper rod back, because if I don't get it out and use it, I could just carry it back, couldn't I? So it's not a problem. So I think I will bring it. Got a bit of plastic down there. I'm sure someone will make a comment of me saying in a minute in the comments, or in it I might get someone commenting with me saying that. I mean, my old man used to go on at me sometimes with me saying in it. I don't need anyone else doing it, that's for certain. You only need one dad in your life, don't you? Other people that think they are, you know, there's no need. In it. I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to carry on watching these rods. I am having a great time here. I've had 2 bites and it's pulled all the worm off. Now I'm wondering whether I've got enough worm. Nearly as bad as saying the other word that I ain't allowed to say because the missus might go mad. Speak to you later. Well, yeah, it's recording. I've been to the van, I brought my rod back, and I got my coat and a hat. So I'll probably take this hoodie off in a bit and swap to my coat. Yeah, that else. Yeah, that else.
We had out else.
Out else.
Out else. What like?
Fucking that's like talking to a couple of bumpkins, isn't it? Have you had any more fish yet?
Oh, now you're English. No.
He had out.
Hey, that's it.
I'm enjoying it. It's a good night.
It's a nice night, isn't it?
It's lovely.
That's what it's about, isn't it? It's not about catching 10 hands. You'd be knackered.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
You'd go home and say, "Oh, it's been fantastic," but tomorrow you'd be laid on your back.
Oh, I stink of fish.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Stop getting on top of me, look.
Look at them rod tips, they aren't moving, mate, are they?
No, they're not. I've had a couple of shudders, but I think they're them mitten crabs.
All right, yeah.
There's a lot of mitten crabs at the minute.
I've had 2 bites.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, mitten crabs are coming on now, aren't they? It's now where they're now going to start
Yeah,
booming.
that's it.
I'm going to buy it on that one again, but it's mitten crab. It's Alfie, what's
I wonder if that's what's happened to me, but I had a
Yeah.
proper tug downs bites, you know.
Well, I mean, my first.
And my line went slack. I thought, here, I'm onto it. I've got a tiny flounder.
You're not as lucky as me, you see there.
No, well, you're right there, Keith.
You see, my name's Cod.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Come to me.
Yeah.
Aye, cod piece.
How many did you have last year, mate?
Can't remember. I caught on one session. I was getting double up codlings, weren't I?
Were you?
We caught about 12 in one session.
Did you? Did you have 54?
Probably more than that over the season. Yeah.
Well, you're better than me, mate.
Yeah, but we caught ours.
Fucking full of it, isn't he? Full of fucking shit. You want to move from there and get in that field. He's just muck spread it.
Yeah, you ought to be on telly.
No, we had a good season, really, didn't we?
Yeah, get on open mic.
We had a good season.
Yeah, it was good. It was. The fish were here, weren't they? Hopefully they'll be here again.
Oh, they reckon that it's going to be a good winter for them.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it won't be, but
Oh,
I think they're going to come back in again.
they reckon they come in freeze, don't they? So
yeah,
this will be year 2. So hopefully,
yeah. And I mean, last winter it was fairly warm.
yeah.
It weren't
Well, I don't know. January weren't clever.
no. But
The nights I come out here, it was freezing.
yeah, I remember seeing watching videos.
Bloody hand warmers, and I ain't looking forward to it again. I think this is the first night I've fished into properly,
Yeah, bloody hell.
apart from at Trunch Lane when I did it.
Yeah.
So that's balls that up, ain't it? Really, it's the second time.
Well, I'll tell you what, there'll be no soft sand at Trunch Lane if it's tied to this side.
You are?
There'll be no soft sand at Trunch Lane if it's tied to this side.
What was that?
Walla.
Yeah, Waller.
Waller Bank.
That's
Waller
brilliant,
Bank, yeah.
walking on that.
It's hard sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were there, I said to Keith, I bet Verns would like that.
Is that where you're going tomorrow?
Either there or Trunch Lane.
Oh, there.
Trunch Lane though, I mean,
You
on
can
that
put
soft
back
sand.
where the caravans have been parking.
Yeah. That'll be good. So you catch.
Yeah.
The fish are in there anyhow. The sound's coming out, as you know.
You've got
Yeah,
the
oh,
sleeping
aye.
bag, Vern. Get yourself down there.
No, I'll be knackered tomorrow, mate. I've already decided I'm going to get up tomorrow.
Night sleep in your van.
No, I'm getting up tomorrow morning. I'm going to put my coffee pot on and I'm going to stick Will A on and watch an hour and a half of Will A chasing a fire. Right, let's get this rod reeled in here. Glasses on, can't see bug all. Yeah, as I thought, nothing on that. Right. Might have been a good idea if I turned the camera light on, wouldn't it? Anyhow, I'll see you in a minute. And we've got the lights on. That's good, isn't it? Well, we're casting from up the top here now because the water's coming. Keith and Alfie have bottled it. They're up the top now. Right. Well, where are we at? I'll tell you where we're at. We're on the River Humber. Now, that's both rods are out. Both have got worms on. I'm running out of worms. Only bought £1/4. That normally lasts a full session. But that one, it had broke in half anyhow. So I put 2 short bits on, which were just perfect for the hook. So if you're a match angler, I'm sure that's what you'd do. You don't have it up the snood, do you? There's no point putting huge worms on. Once that's done, I'll have to open the squid up, won't I? And use that. So squid's in the bag still. It'll probably be thawing out a bit now, and I'll then go on to that. But if you've got fresh bait, you should use it, shouldn't you? Hopefully I'll catch on it. I've had 2 bites. Could have been crabs, couldn't they? But they were good knocks, so it must have been a big crab. Anyhow, what else is there to say? I don't know. I've come tonight without my light stand that I put on my tripod to light my rods up. And it's alright actually, fishing night time. It's not so bad. I've got my light there, I've got 2 more lights down there. But I wish I'd brought my... I've got my light, I've got the light, just haven't got the stand to clamp it on. Yeah, I'm going to watch these rods. Hopefully we'll catch a bite. We've had a bit more of a chat with Keith and Alfie, and I turned my camera off and thought, I should turn my camera on because we're airing old soldier stories. And I'm glad I turned the camera off. That's all I'm going to say. I'm glad I turned the camera off. And then we finished off with another story, and I wish I'd turned the camera on for that one. So we're going to have to stick some safety guidelines down because we don't want to shock anybody. But as we stand there now, no fish. 2 bites, but I'm really enjoying myself. It's a cracking night. It's the wind that we had when we first come is gone. It's literally gone. It's still. I can hear them chattering over there, which is nice to hear because you're then not on the bank on your own, are you? Bit spooky because I'm looking at the lights. It's messing with my eyes, and then I look at the rods, and then when I look over there, it's like there's someone stood there. But what it is, it's my eyes still having this fishing rod at the top burnt into my eye through these lights, and I look over there, probably about 200-300 yards of, well, 200 yards over there. Looks like it's someone stood on the shoreline, but it ain't. It's just my eyes being messed about with these lights. So I'm going to turn these off and watch this rod, try and get me sniper vision back. I've got my sniper rod, but I just don't think I'm going to put it out. It'll be different once winter come and I'm here or on the beach in plenty of time like today, and I get it all set up and put it out. But I'm feeling tired. I've been stood up in the garage tying rigs, which is nothing really. I've been stood down there chatting to them lads. I'm not going over there again because my hip needs to be sat on that box, so I'm gonna turn this off, sit on the box, watch these rods. See you in a bit. Right, let's get this end rod in. Been tapping about a bit, but nothing. Probably a bit of weed. Nothing on that. You know what it's looking like, don't you? It's looking like one of them blanky days. Still a bit of bait on. If there was a flounder out there or something, that would have took that. So, let's get that baited up again. Never seem to have much joy with ragworm, but you never know. You're not here trying it, you don't know, do you? You never know. I don't know what the state of the tide is. It is getting to high water. I don't know if it is high water yet. I'll have a look in a minute. We shall see. It is 1 minute past 9. Whilst I'm fishing here, John, my mate John Spalton, he's fishing on the links coast in a competition, and looks like he's just caught a flounder, so more than what I've caught, but it's probably undersized. Nearly fell over then. Got to be a bit careful, I have. Right. There we have it. Well, that is that's both rods out, baited up. I've got a couple more big worms in there that I can cut in bits. I'm going to stick with the ragworm. I might as well use it all up. I've bought it. But it could be sod's law I put a bit of squid on and catch, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm going to sit down back on my box. What have we had up to now? We ain't had diddly squat, have we? I've had a couple of bites, but they could have been mitten crabs, couldn't they? Yeah, not else much to say, is there? It's been a great night. The moon's coming up. It's a replica of the sun going down. It is as orange can be. It's fantastic. So yeah, it's been a great day here. It's been nice getting my rigs ready, tying new rigs. I was saying to you, weren't I, that sometimes it's nice to bring different rods because it makes a change and spices it up a bit rather than using the same old stuff all the time. And I've also used a new rig wallet. Now this might sound stupid, you might laugh, but I've left me in Gold's rig wallets at and I've got a Sonic rig wallet that I've just bought. And the reason I bought that is because on eBay there was a Sonic fish bag which I've got hanging up in my van, and I wanted another one as a spare because mine's got a couple of tiny holes in it where it's rubbing in the van. So I found it on eBay. You can't get them in the shops anymore as far as I'm aware, and I bought it for 28 quid. Well, the bag's £24 if you could buy it, and I also got a rod hold all with it, which I don't need, but I might be able to sell it. And I got another rig wallet with 20 pouches in it, so I've used that. And just using a different rig wallet, and I've tied all fresh rigs. I've only tied 5 flappers and 5 pulleys, but I've got new rigs. So with new rigs, a new rig wallet, it's like a new life. It's like sounds weird really, but it just spices it all up and it makes it feel a bit fresher. So if you're getting a bit bored and it's the same old stuff, get a new rig wallet. Use a different rig wallet. I've got loads of rig wallets because I keep inheriting them and picking them up for a tenner. I've got a Shakespeare salt rig wallet, which is massive, a double one, and I got a load of new little bags that go in it as well. I've got as many spare bags as I have bags in the rig wallet. So it cost me £9.99. When I was buying it at the tackle shop, the bloke said, "That's cheap, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, put it through the till, get on with it." So yeah, just change things about and it just spices it up a bit, doesn't it? Bit like the bedroom really. You might get fed up with yogurt, go on to honey or chocolate spread or something else, you know, just spice it up. Don't use curry powder though, no way. I don't know if you can see that, but the moon is absolutely massive. I mean, we've just come off the back of a blue moon, which is 2 full moons in 1 calendar month, I believe. But it is quite large, and it's as red can be. It's obviously getting a reflection of the sun. See you later. Right, let's get this reeled in. We're going to reel this right hand one in because the clicker keeps going. But the tide has now turned. The tide, I've lost a foot off me thing. The tide has now turned, so the lines are going that way. The moon is way up now, it looks fantastic. So we'll get this reeled in. Now I'm only going to chuck it out a short distance. I ain't going to chuck it out far at all. Nothing on it, just tied. It's not heavy, put it that way. Lovely when the tide is up. There comes the leader. So we're winding the leader on now, and we've got nothing. We've got no bait. Diddly squat. But that don't matter, does it? What does that matter? We've got Uncle Keith catching. Man's a giant, he is. Not in his own lunchtime, just a giant. So, we'll put that down like that. Let's get some more worms on, I suppose. So I've had a nice chat with Alfie. Keith come along, he started chatting, but then he had to rush off because his fancy lights were on, his rods were flashing about. And I don't think he's had a fish, because he would be jumping up and down like a little girl. Did you catch, Keith? Was there a fish on it? What? There weren't a fish on it, because if there was a fish on it, it'd be jumping up and down, making us all herring. So let's get this back here. We'll get this chucked out. Well, we're going to chuck it over here actually. So I'll put you here. Yeah. Because I'm going to chuck it upstream. Move this rod across to this one. We'll do that on the way back. Get this wound back on there. Just so we've got a small drop. The moon is absolutely fantastic. I can only say how picturesque the moon is. It's beautiful. I am bagging my trousers up tomorrow or Monday. Where's that? Right. So this ain't going far, is it? I'm not chucking this far at all. Not far at all. So let's get this on there, onto there. That's the next one to bring in, is the left one. Get that clicker on, drag off, click, 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 on, put it off a bit. We only want for a big fish, don't we? We don't need. That seems a bit bright, that. So this is where I fall over. Yep, nothing as of yet. Not a bloody sausage, but it don't matter, does it? What does it matter? Where's my rubber foot? Here it is. Oh, I wish I had a rubber foot. Could do with a rubber hip. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, nothing there. So, yeah, nothing yet. Is that a bit bright? Yeah, that is a bit bright. You got anything, Keith? So was that not a fish? No. Keith didn't catch a fish. Keith just gets excited, but he ran back there. He ran back there like a trooper, didn't he?
He did, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he was, yeah. So this one's pulling really hard to the right. And that wasn't chucked out that far. 60, 65 yard probably. And it's whipped right round. This one here that I've just chucked out to the left is looking good. So we'll watch this one for a little bit. Check that the drag is on, because I don't want it getting pulled out, because it's probably round nearly in front of Alfie now. So we'll reel that in shortly, and I don't know if you can see it. We'll reel it in shortly, and what we'll do is, there you go, we'll reel it in shortly and have a look at it. But I wouldn't have thought there'll be much bait left on it, but there is some bait left on it. When I reel the rigs in, there is stuff still on it. And a flounder, it won't take much bait to catch a flounder. And that's all I want, just one fish. The one thing I've enjoyed about today is it was lovely and sunny when we got here. It was absolutely fantastic on the water. It was just nice to be here. It was windy to start with, but the wind has totally gone now. And it's been really nice just to be here, to be able to fish. If I'd have gone to the beach, I'd have had to trudge along it, the sand. There is, Alfie say that some of the beaches on there now are firmed up, so I shall be going and giving it a bash. But even if I go to Chapel Point, that I know that that sand will be soft, but you got to give it a go, ain't you? So I'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. And but today, here, now, we're here, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So And that's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, catching is a bonus. Would be nice to catch fish. Oh, don't get me wrong. It would be nice. On my last video with me and Scott at Tunstall, because that was the last video this Wednesday that was up. When I saw my face, I thought, well, you enjoyed catching that flounder. And I was the only one to catch that day as well. But it's been a bit bleak since, hasn't it? It ain't for the want of trying though. Anyhow, I'll bring you back when there's might be something on these rods. See you in a bit. Right, well, the rods I've been... Let me turn this on. Just turn one of them on anyhow. I'll turn that one on. Yeah, well, I've been down. I've cast it out as you last saw. And I haven't been watching the rods because I decided to go have another walk down to see Alfie and Keith. Had a good chat with them again about misdemeanors and stuff like that and things they've got up to. Battery ran out then. So yeah, I've been down chatting to Keith and Alfie. Alfie stopped fishing now. Keith is still fishing. And I'm fishing until these rocks start to show. Probably should fish further down. But it's not cod season yet, is it? And if I blank, I blank, you know. I'm not going to hunt for a flounder or something to save a blank. It'd be nice to catch now. I ain't caught up to now, so things aren't looking too good, are they? The only person that's caught is Keith. Keith's caught a flounder, small flounder, probably about that size. 20, 21, 22 centimetres. But what a beautiful night it's been, and it's still a cracking night now. A few flies about with the lights, but you can't have everything, can you? It is still, there is no wind now. And yeah, it's been a good night. It's been enjoyable, good company, even though they're 2 miles down the road. These rods are in exactly the same place as I casted them out. So I'm going to have to reel the left one in shortly and rebait up and chuck out, and that might be the last cast. So I might pull that in now actually. Put that there. Switch these lights on. I'm eating a no-lop at the minute. Yeah, I thought he had a fish on that. Well, I thought he had a fish on that. That felt heavy as anything, but it was only a short cast out. Both prongs are off the weight, so I guess the weight was dragging its heels in the mud, and it made me think that I had a fish on there. So, but we didn't. But never mind. Can't have everything, can you? I don't know if you can see anything there. Yeah, you must do. So, we'll get this baited up. Probably last chuck out. I'll tell you what here, the weights take a lot of hammer. So, the weight in the mud really does grip quite a lot. So what we got in there, we're going to stick with the rag. Get glasses on, can't see out of them right. So Keith and Alfie, when they leave here, they're going to McDonald's. Not good, is it, eh? I'm going home for a bit of quiche. But why do they do that? Why do they have to? Ugh. Never mind. Right. Well, I can't believe it, but I've nearly used all my ragworm up. That's probably the first ever time. I've had quite a few casts. So we'll get this out, we'll chuck it to the left. Move this camera back to here. We don't want to go too far, but we've got to go further than the last cast because the water's gone out a bit further. So we'll get that over there and we'll just go like that. Right, so get it brought back there, drag on. There you have it. There you have it. So that's that one out. We'll bring you round there. I'm going to put another battery in my pocket because it's gone for another battery. Oh, I need to sit down because I'll tell you now, things ache. And as long, see, I want you to know that my fishing in these next few months will be in areas where I can get to and fish, because obvious reasons, you know, I've got a bad hip. I'm going to the doctors. I'm going to try and make an appointment at the doctors next week or the week after. But I will be going to the doctors soon. Got a house coming up which should be next week or the week after, by the sounds of it, and I just hope, I really hope that I can work on this house and earn some money, because I think that'll be the last house this year, and that'll probably be the last house. There might be another house next year, but I don't know what state I'm going to be in. I can't afford, I've only got one bloke that gives me work, and that's enough for me, and I don't want to lose that. That's why I haven't gone for a hip operation or started the process, but I wish now I had started the process. But you know, you act on what you believe at the time, plus the fact everybody tells me that they don't put you out, and I'm afraid to say I want to be put out. I don't give a toss about how long your recovery is. As soon as I'm able to get up and walk with a crutch, I'll be out of the hospital, whether I'm allowed to or not. I'll just leave. But yeah, so as things that have been in my mind that have been concerning for me as a person, in my opinion. But yeah, it's time to get it done, because in the last month and a half, it's got more of a struggle, let's just say, and I can't be dealing with it, because it's now affecting me. Before, I was just limping and in pain a little bit, but now, do you know, I have some water and I get indigestion. How can you get indigestion from water? If anybody knows. I mean, I need to lose some weight, but I can't lose weight because I can't move. And I don't know how little you have to eat to lose weight, because as you get older, your metabolism slows down. I don't know. I think I wouldn't lose weight if I ate fruit all day for every meal. But there you go. What's happened up to now on this riverbank? Not a lot apart from 2 bites. I'm pleased I saw 2 bites on 2 separate casts, but I've had no fish. You'd think that you would be guaranteed to come here and get a flounder or an eel. Don't really want an eel, but you would think that you would be guaranteed a flounder. Probably would if you fished it all the way down, but I'm literally only chucking out short now like I would do with my sniper rod, but still no fish. So that was the last cast. I'll bring you back when I reel the next one in, which will be the right end rod. Let's just hope we catch a fish. If we don't, we don't, do we? It's called fishing for a reason, isn't it? And I'm not, keep mentioning it, don't I? Perhaps I am bothered, but I can assure you I'm not bothered. But it's been nice here today for the weather, especially now. It's lovely here in the water, tinkling away. And those 2 old crabs over there, it's been good listening to them have a rattle on. See you in a bit. Right, we're going to reel this right hand rod in. I'm going to reel this right hand rod in. I doubt if there's any bait on it now. I'm also going to have to walk down the edge because I'll be dragging it across the rocks otherwise. Well, I actually had something on that. I was reeling it in, I was thinking I've got something on here, but it was a little tiny crab. It was about that big, and yeah, he fell off. So I was down there, turned my light on, trying to find it, and I saw it, and I had to pull it out of the rocks because he had buried in and hooked his legs around. Moved the rock, pulled it out. He didn't bite me or nip me, and just chucked him into the river, because that's the sort of chap that I am, aren't I? So yeah, crab's eating me bait. All I had on it was a crab, and that's what the problem is at the minute here. So yeah, all we got is crabs. But that's nothing to shout about, is it? Because you don't want to go down the high street shouting, all I've had is crabs. I'm going to get this rod, take the rig off, put it all away, put it in the bags and stuff, put it all away, and then I shall reel in the last rod. The water is receding very quickly, as I said it would, and the luxury of having the water right under your feet is gone now. So you have to walk down, otherwise you drag the weight back at an acute angle and it goes in all the rocks, rather than go walking down there and having your rod up and lifting it up and getting it up on the water's edge. Got a little bit of blue plastic that's gone round on my leader knot, and I'll remove that tomorrow. I shall rinse the reels tonight, and then tomorrow I'll pull all the line off till I get to my leader knot, take the plastic off and rewind it all back on. Probably give it another rinse as well. So I'll get this put away. See you in a minute. They're not bad rods, are they, really? Sandstorm ZS12 multiplier dials. Right, well, I'm going to reel this rod in because the rocks, I don't know if you can see the rocks, but the rocks are there, and then it goes right muddy. And for me, if I catch a fish now, I'm going to have to walk onto them. And if I'd have caught a couple of fish, I probably would see if there was something else out there. Sounds stupid, I know, but it's just, you got to cut your losses sometimes, haven't you? And I feel as though the losses are that I've blanked. But never mind. That's all right. Well, there you have it. A fruitless catching session, but an absolutely glorious day on the riverbank, trying to catch. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? That is what it's all about. So, it's been a great day. There's nothing on that, but all the bladder wrecks just started to show, which for me, I don't want to be caught up in that. So let me just put this light over here. Tom will hopefully edit that bit out so it looks professional. But yeah, no, it's been great. We've been on the riverbank. It's been a glorious sun, beautiful sunset, beautiful moon coming up. I've had good company with Alf and Keith. That was it, Keith. But we didn't catch, so it's another blank. So it's been nice using the Daiwa Sandstorm rods, Pen Fathoms there, and my new rigs with my new rig wallet. And it's been most enjoyable. Next time you see me, I will be fishing on a beach. Now it'll either be on the Holderness coast or the Lincolnshire coast, but I've got to try and go somewhere to catch a fish. So next time you see me, I'll be on there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've heard the water rustling and stuff and lapping on the shore, and caught the sun and the sky and everything else, and hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have and you want to subscribe. If you don't want to, then thank you for the view. Next time you see me, I will be fishing on a beach. I just don't know which coast it will be. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. So I'll see you anon. Say see you later, Alfie.
No, we're back.
Yeah, I know, but I'm finishing the video, mate.
Oh, see you later then, cockers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Keith over there, and that's Alfie. So it's been nice fishing with you, mate.
And you, mate.
It's been enjoyable.
It's been a laugh.
Yeah. Some of it couldn't be on camera though.
No. I'll remember next time.
Right, so thank you for watching. We ain't going through all that again. I'll see you on a beach, whatever beach it's gonna be. I'll see you anon. I can never see to get it in.